Hello everyone, and welcome to Elliott Wave Forex.com YouTube channel. My name is Henry. Today is Tuesday, August the 27th, 2019, and the time is at 4 a.m. GMT. So here today we are looking at the chart of the silver right here. This is 60 minutes chart. It broke higher on Monday opens, right after the basically it follows up from last Friday, when President Trump escalated the trade war. The indices sold off, and then we got a significant rally in the precious metals, right? People looking for safety after the recent escalation. Now, of course, on Monday, we have since calmed down again. President Trump dialed back his threat, and the indices started to recover, and then gold and silver on the other hand is kind of consolidating, right? It's not really pulling back that much either after the rally. Okay, so now what are we looking at here? We're looking at silver to continue to be supported here. Again, this rally from here is within the wave 5 in blue, right? So we got this triangle in the wave 4, and then now in the wave 5 in blue. And as far as we stay above 16.9, we are looking for still further upside in silver. Okay, now silver on in the shorter cycle, it still can do a double correction in the form of WXY, double zigzag. Still can do double correction. So until we break above this wave 1, we still can do double correction. But even if it does a double correction, we're still looking for silver to continue to be supported as far as it stays above 16.9. So 16.9 is really your key level there. As far as we stay above there, we can go higher. So either we can go higher from where we are now, or we can still do some sort of complex correction before finishing this wave 2, and then from there we go higher again. Now, if you look at the larger degree, this is a daily chart of silver right here. Now you can see right here, since we bottom on November of last year, we since has rallied nicely, and I'm looking at the 1.618 extension as potentially in the next sort of target here, because that typically is the sign of, that's typically in the target for wave 3 at least, 1.618. So I'm expecting silver to go to around $18 at least to finish what looks like a wave 3 right here. Okay, and then from there we can get a decent pullback again, the wave 4. So usually wave 4 is going to be 23.6, 38.2 retracement of the wave 3. So we can go back all the way to 16.6 to 17.2 again after reaching $18. All right, and then from there we can get one more push higher within the wave 5. Okay, so that's kind of the map for silver right now, but shorter cycle should continue to be supported for now until at least we got into $18. Now, in terms of what we can expect, the move and the timing, I think we will get the next big move within the US dollar group. I believe somewhere in September, right, when the Fed in the next Fed's meeting. The next Fed's meeting is going to be September 18, which is still 3 weeks away, and the question is whether they're going to cut the rate or not, or they're going to be introducing some money printing. Probably not, most likely not, but whether they're going to cut the rate or not and what they say afterwards, right? Now some people start to speculate that they may even cut 50 basis point because that's what the St. Louis, the Fed's governor James Bullard says, that he's open to have a 50 basis point rate cut as an insurance. That's what he said in the interview, right? So potentially the next sort of thing to look at is whether they are cutting the rate, and whether what the press conference will, what they say about the future rate, and also whether they sound optimistic, dovish or bullish, right, on the market. So that's the factors to determine the next move in the US dollars, right? Now, if if we are to take a guess, so far President Trump has been pressuring the Fed a lot to cut the rate. He's been almost every day basically saying bad things about the Fed. And even on Friday, just to give you this one, this is exactly what he said here. This is after the speech by Jerome Powell, the Fed's chairman, in Jackson Hole. So Trump said the Fed did nothing, and then he says, it is incredible they can speak without knowing or asking what I'm doing, which will be announced shortly. He is referring to what his rate escalation later that day on Friday. And then we have a very strong dollar. So that's what he said. We have a very strong dollar and a very weak Fed. I will work brilliantly with both. So I tend to think that what he's trying to say here is he wants to make sure the Fed is not going to be weak and the US dollar is not going to be very strong. So that's what he actually said. I will work brilliantly with both. Right? So I will have to take what he said pretty seriously because he's after all the president. So that means when we do get some sort of, and that's why I think it makes sense to expect the Fed to cave in my view, right, to this constant pressure, and they should be cutting the rates or doing something else. And overall, I would think that the trajectory suggests that everybody now trying to weaken their currency by cutting the rate. I mean, it's in a race to weaken their currency, but including China, which has recently weakened the yuan a lot, and the US wants to also join in, and they will be doing something here to make sure the US dollar is not that strong. Now, in this environment in which everybody is trying to cut their rates, all right, as low as possible, and in the environment where the bond yields, there are $16 trillion now negative bond yields. I do think that eventually the beneficiary of all this thing is going to be gold and silver, right? Because they are, after all, alternative currency. After all, right? It's a physical one without counterparty risk, and with everybody trying to weaken their currency, I think they will benefit the most. So I think just in terms of the environment that where we are now, I do think there is a potential for more upside overall. And a shorter cycle here, silver looking for $18, like I said, which is going to be this 1.61 extension here. All right, so that's the update for today, and further updates you can join us in our service. We have 14 days free trial. The link is provided in the description of the video. All right, we do all this type of analysis every single day in the live trading room as well as the live session. Okay, so I'll see you all again tomorrow. Have a nice day, everyone.